Well, looks like we got Mel's TJ done just in time for Thanksgiving. Andrew did a hell of a job doing a stretch kit on this. And let's climb underneath there. I'll show you guys around. So to begin with, Mel had a 5.5-inch Rubicon Express long arm on this TJ, Metal Cloak Highline fenders, and he's running the 37-inch Pitbull rockers on 15s, which is a pretty American set of tires and wheels. And he just wasn't happy with the rear four-link with the track bar and the wheelbase on the TJ being so short. So we decided to go ahead and go with Genrite's parts and a bunch of our parts. So to begin with, we used the Genrite stretch corners, and the stretch corners also come with the stretch back fuel door with the notch here. So we got those corners on, went ahead with the Max Built LED taillights when we did that, got rid of the big bulky TJ taillight. And then up front here, his old rock sliders stopped right here. So Andrew just went ahead and formed a piece of metal, extended the rock sliders, and then with those extended, we were able to reuse his Metal Cloak fenders over the Genrite stretch corners and accomplish about 6 inches of wheelbase stretch. Now, of course, in order to do that, we had to use Genrite's gas tank as well. So we stuffed Genrite's gas tank in there, everything hooked back up, it worked really great. And then to make sure it was stable, in the wheel well, we got the Curry anti-rock sway bar. And because this is the factory width rear axle, we had to put straight arms on here instead of the bent arms so that it wouldn't hit the tire in here between the sway bar and the tire. We got Fox 2.0 air bumps with 2.5-inch travel. And then these are Fox 2.0 by 12 coilovers with our universal sink in the frame rear coilover towers. And it's a 12-inch travel. If you come around here to the back, you can see our TJ Dana 44 rear truss tucked up in there on his 44. We cut all the brackets off of his axle. These are our HD lower coilover mounts that bring the bolt dimension a little bit lower so you get more travel. They have built-in skids in them. Really did clean up the back of the axle back here. And what we'll do is I'll lay down on the ground underneath here. We'll kind of show you what's going on underneath. So to start with, this is the Rubicon Express modular belly pan. And we really like building off of this belly pan because this center section actually drops out, leaving your links attached. So if you're going to change the Atlas, transmission, anything, really easy to work on. You can see this little notch right here coming out of the belly pan. We did this to clear the Atlas because the Atlas is a little bigger. And then see this square box with some recessed Allens? We added that as well so you can unbolt that to get the front driveline in and out because you can't ever reach the bolts to the driveline. So anyway, in the back here, we have a dual triangulated four-link. So we went ahead and went off of the Rubicon Express belly pan and then started adding our components. So the first thing is we plated the frame right here with 3/16 steel and then added our 20-degree inside the frame link mount. And these are running 7/8 by 7/8 Heim joints with our 7/8 to 5/8 misalignment spacers with 5/8 bolts. The width between the two tabs is 1 3/4 wide. The upper links are 1.5-inch quarter wall DOM tubing, keeping them small so you have room to fit everything. This is the factory Rubicon Express lower link, but we were able to get the stretch out of it by cutting the welded on fixed bushing off the bottom, adding our 1 1/4 tube insert, and then going with a Metal Cloak rod end at the end. So this gave us about 6 extra inches on the lower links without building new links. Now if you look in here, you can see the back side of the truss and you can see the upper link mounts inside. These are our 20-degree upper truss link mounts with the same 7/8 Heims. And then the upper links are triangulated quite a bit more than the lowers. When we put our lower link mounts on the axle, we tried to move them out as far as we could to gain a little bit more triangulation on the lowers. You can see the bump stops stuck in here, the sway bar drop downs, and then we built some pads for the bump stop to hit here on top of the axle. And then of course, topped it off with our limit straps. One of the really important things about getting everything to fit underneath the TJ is, following through to the end. So you can see it just came back from exhaust. We went with the stainless steel MagnaFlow 18-inch long bullet style muffler. This barely fits here, and then we had our exhaust guy, brace muffler and welding, finish the tailpipe out and all the way to the back of the Jeep. We really like to get the exhaust to the back of the Jeep. You don't want to turn down, you don't want to be blowing in the dust on the trail or heating up the components of your rear differential. All in all, everything fit really nice, went in here perfect, and has about 7.5 inches of up travel right now. So hopefully we can convince Mel to put some 3.5 or 4-inch coils in the front, lower down the ride height, and make this thing a lot more stable. So once again, hope you enjoyed checking out Mel's TJ stretch, and we'll see you on the trail.